All right, this is Local A-List with Steve Morales.
James Pesh.
So the original plan, we were going to be doing a podcast interviewing celebrities, and we tried really hard to get Oprah on here. Didn't happen.
Right.
So messaged her people, kind of fell through. So we decided we're going to go ahead and do local.
Just Tulsa.
Just Tulsa.
It just seemed easier.
It was a lot easier. We're going to stick with Tulsa people that are very successful in whatever field. Sure. And we're going to get tidbits from them on how they became successful and
anecdotal stories that happened to them. Anyway, you're listening to Local A-List.
And here we go. So, what are your favorite comedians right now?
You know what? Everybody loves Kevin Hart. I love Kevin Hart's material, his work ethic, and I've seen him from when he was 17 all the way to now.
Yeah.
Overall, he's the man right now. And people, when you're that big, people are gonna say he's like Ronda Rousey. People are gonna say, "Oh, she ain't all that. Whatever.
Right.
Shut up. What are you doing with your life?"
Yeah.
So I love Kevin Hart. He's the hardest working man in comedy.
I've seen
right
him
now.
twice. He puts on
He makes me
a
cry
hell
every
of
time.
a show.
Yeah, he does, man. And he got his boys with him.
And I watched. I don't know if you saw this. It was an interview because Epps, I guess, said some stuff.
Oh, guy.
Mike Epps said some stuff against him, and he went on there. And I like Kevin Hart anymore after watching it because he's like, I have nothing bad to say about Mike Epps.
I mean, he did on Twitter. He murdered him on Twitter.
Sure.
Really?
But Mike Epps is one of my favorite comedians, but he's famous in the hood. Mike Epps hasn't crossed over. We call it crossing over. Even white musicians, they gain a black audience. Black musicians gain a white audience. It's called crossing over. Been doing it since the 60s, 50s, whatever you want to do. You have to be able to appeal to everyone. Like Cat Williams. Love Cat Williams. But to ask a white person who Cat Williams is, they'll probably be like, died. You know, if I saw Friday, the Little Pimp.
Right, yeah.
He's famous. He's great at what he does. He's actually one of the hardest working guys, too. He's had a little personal trouble. But you have to, if you really want to make it in this, you have to appeal to everyone. You don't got to change the material because Kevin Hart's still the same comedian he was when he was young.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But he appeals to everyone. He goes overseas and the way Kevin Hart crossed over, he didn't change the material. He didn't, what people say, act white or act black or do anything. He just got on social media.
Right.
A lot of people, he was the first one to start using Twitter and Facebook, and nobody was doing that. And he was the first comic to do that. And then boom, out of nowhere, he was overnight, man.
Now he's doing auditoriums and
I mean,
sold out.
$250,000, 500,000, you know.
That's insane numbers too.
I get like $250, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and I've even heard a lot of stand-up comedians.
If I do 1,000 shows, I'll catch up with it.
Right. Like Louis C.K. and different stand-up comedians that'll say the auditoriums, those huge auditoriums, that's where the money is, for sure, no doubt. But they all enjoy the intimacy of like a comedy club.
I'll do one on my own place. The Manhattan on Brookside is the closest thing I'm going to get to that. Just doing open mic. But I'm eventually going to own my own place.
Okay, that's the end goal.
I would love to. And my friend, her name's Star, she's running that. And she brought me in, was like, hey, you want open mic night? I was like, hell yeah. So I would love to own my own comedy club. You know, I love comedy. I mean, who gets tired of laughing?
Where's your favorite spot right now to perform at?
You know what? I just travel. I do open mics everywhere.
Right.
And then people kind of get surprised. I'm like, I don't care. I'll be in like the most hood bars. You know, microphone don't work. You know, I just love to perform. I don't have a favorite place right now. Okay. It used to be Looney Bin, but like I said, we fell out, so I don't even like to talk about.
Well, I remember was it Tulsa Comedy Club was down.
That's
at
where I started.
71st.
On Lewis.
Yeah. I don't even know why that place closed.
Money. I think they were charging too much, and it was a bad area. But I started Tulsa Comedy Club, and I was doing amateur night there. And I wasn't even supposed to be in there. I was like 20 years old. And they offered me I was doing so good at amateur night. The first night I went, I didn't invite anybody except my boys. I did really good. Well, first night I went, I watched. And I was like, oh my God, I can do that. They suck. And this is in the summer. And then the second time I go, he's like, just sign up like a week before or something and go. And he sent me up there and I was like, hey, everybody, I don't got no jokes, but what y'all want me to talk about? And they were yelling stuff out. And I was just going hard. They were like, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson. And I was just, boom, off the top of my head. Yeah. Old people. And I was boom. So God said, time's up. And I got off stage. He's like, dude, that was amazing. I was like, that's my first time ever being on stage with a microphone performing. He's like, what? And then the next night I came, which was the next week, more people came to see me. They're like, who's this guy? And then the last night I performed, which was my 4th time, it was sold out for amateur night.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And I killed it. Like I was an East Central grad, so all the people East Central came out. My mom came, her coworkers came, family came. And there's like, we've never had this kind of reaction on an amateur night because normally it's just people practicing material. Yeah. And they're like, you want to be our host? I said, dude, I got to go back to college.
Right.
And then when I went back to school is when I started putting on shows and performing. So
I can't remember who it was. Man, I want to say Chris Rock. But I was listening and they were just talking about comedy in general. They said, what's something that happened at the beginning of your career that sucked? And he said, I did amazing when I started open mic night. Yeah. And he said, the thing that sucked is the first time I got booed.
Oh,
like it
hurts.
Crushed me.
Oh, it crushed. Dude, yeah. I'm not lying, dude. When I got booed, oh my God, it hurt me so. I've only been booed once. I've not done well. I've done shows. The first time I headlined, I didn't do good at all. I did okay. Thank God it was all my friends. So they were like, hey, you know.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, that was 2002 or 3, first time I headlined. I didn't know what I was doing. I probably did 15, 20 minutes. Had no idea I was supposed to do 45 to 60. But the second time I headlined, I got a stand ovation. I got one of those stand ovations that they wouldn't stop. That's how good it was.
That's awesome.
And I was happy. But that was like a year after that boo incident.
Yeah.
But I will return to Ohio State and redeem myself.
There you go.
So I will be back in Columbus one day. And you know what's kind of cool? That was back when Maurice Clarett was out there. I think he was, what year was he out there running? Was it 2003? It was, I don't know what year it was. He was running. It was like the year they won the national championship.
Okay.
Ohio State was hot back then. Right. Yeah. So it was a good time. But I'm definitely going to go back and redeem myself.
Absolutely. And so if anybody's listening who can make that happen,
they will.
Gerald is Gerald's looking to redeem himself at Ohio State.
If I got to drive,
so you guys can fly him. You can afford it. Fly him up there.
Buckeyes.
He's doing well now. He's not going to get booed now.
I'm wearing a Michigan shirt.
he knows what he's doing.
Kidding.
So how do you generate material? I know everybody has different techniques. Some people write things down. Some people do this. Like, how do you do it? Depends on what type of
comic you are. You know what, man? My comedy's always been a gimmick as far as I used to just make up stuff, you know. Like I in high school, every day at lunch, I used to sit at this big ass table and they would bring dudes in to rag and I never lost. I was undefeated. Like I was like, what's up? Oh, look at them big ass teeth and just go in. Yeah. They was like, next. And then, I mean, everybody to this day knows at Central High School, I never lost a ragging competition at lunch, at a basketball game, at a football game, in the hallway. Never. Nobody could beat me. Like
is that a common thing? Because
no,
I mean, we didn't have a ragging.
Gift, man.
No. A ragging competition.
Oh, no,
it sounds like that was.
Yeah, I was eating lunch and somebody said something and I gave him the business and that's how it started.
So it just started.
And then his boy was like, "Yo," I said, "You want some too?"
So you kind of
boom, he got it too.
You invented this competition, basically.
I invented it, and every day at lunch somebody sat their ass down and said something, and I gave their ass the business every day, man.
So you kind of created your own. Catalyst for
my visual, by the way, is like you at this big table by yourself and somebody comes in.
No, I didn't pick
it was
on people.
Long.
They asked for it. I never forget. I'm not gonna say the guy's name. He's a great guy. He's a good friend of mine. I hope he don't listen to this, but it's a true story. And I won't say his name, but his nickname ended up being Booty Ear. Because
no,
this is the best. This is the best rag I ever did. I can't do it because I'm sitting in this chair. I gave him a nickname, and to this day they call him Booty Ear. He was at a basketball game and he was talking noise. And I just started going. He was trying to talk to this girl. She didn't want to talk to him.
Oh, no.
So she was like, "Gerald, get your boy." I was like, "That ain't my boy. We ain't cool." And he said something. I was like, "Oh, you." He had an earring and got ripped out. So when it healed, it looked like an ass cheek. So he said something. And I was like, "Shut up. That's why you wipe your ass like this." And I got some tissue and wiped his ear. And everybody fell out, right? So this is when he tried to fight me. So I'm still going in on him. I'm telling him he farting out his ear and stuff. So I'm all on the ear the whole time. Right. So I was like, "Bitch, that's why when you take a shit, you do." And I did a handstand on the. I did a handstand on a bench and had my ear on the And that was it. He wanted to fight. Man, no, cuz. It was. I never forget that was the best rag I ever did in high school.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
That's how I told you. And we ended up being really good friends.
And anybody who's ever seen the ripped out earring,
it looks
absolutely
like a butt cheek.
looks like butt cheeks.
I called it, and they called him booty ear.
That's messed up.
And his name started with a B, so it flows so well.
And now you guys are friends.
Yep. And I hope he doesn't watch this podcast.
Did he get the booty ear cleared up, or is it still there?
I don't know. I didn't look. I got 2 earrings in it. But he's a great guy, man. He's every time I see him, he's super cordial. But every time I see him, I'm like, he wants to sucker punch the shit out of me. Because, you can't live it down. But he's a great guy, man. Oops, sorry. I did it finally, huh?
He'll be fine unless somebody walks up while you guys are talking and says, what's
Yo!
up, booty ear?
No class reunion for us,
Then he will
being there with a headband on.
Pop you.
Some beats with some Dre beats. So
we got Kevin Hart. Is there anybody else you're a particular fan of?
Oh man, there's a lot of guys out now. I can't name too many. I love Corey Holcomb because he's just so damn mean. But I'm really old school. I don't really study new comics. I study. You know what I study? I study everybody. I try not to. I study Cat Williams. I study the most.
Yeah.
Ernest J is one of my favorite. I catch myself doing a lot of Ernest J type jokes. And because I study him so much. I love Ernest J. He's one of my favorites of all times. But I really study everybody, the black comics, white comics, women, gay, straight, all comedians. And I timed them how long it takes to do a joke.
Yeah.
How did you set that up? What is your material? Like, before I did that show that you saw, I watched Raw like 50 times.
Yeah.
And I wrote down every joke he did and how long it took him to do it and how he set it up and what was his transition.
Yeah.
My biggest problem was transitions. Some comics, Ernest J doesn't do transitions. He'll be talking about his kids and he'll go, yeah, man, I hate Trump. And it's funny. Yeah, you see? But that's his transition.
Yeah.
I can't do that like Ernest J. He's a master at it. I have to have a story or I won't remember. I've never forgotten a joke, but I've always forgotten my order. So I have it written on my hand. I have notes on the ground. I'll have something off to the side.
Who's the comedian, by the way, that he drinks a beer and he has his notepad?
On the beer? Yeah. I have mine on my water bottle.
Well, he has a notepad with him. So if a joke doesn't work, he just sits there and he crosses it out. And it's so funny because that's not good.
He's like, y'all like that one? He'll keep it. I forgot his name, but he's been on a lot of stuff. He's real funny. Ron Cole.
Yes, Ron Cole.
He's super funny. That's a tough dude to follow. So people think energetic comics are hard to follow. Ron Cole's funny as hell. So catching my allergies, man.
I've been coughing for like 3 weeks.
This will be the sickest podcast ever. Really? What's wrong with you? You got diarrhea or something? What's going on?
I have to go.
I'll be right back, guys.
IBS is acting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for me, top 3 right now, because it changes, but Louis C.K. just because.
Yeah, he's a man.
He generates so much content, and I listened. He
It's always new, man.
Yeah, he closed because if you've heard this story, he closed at what's the white guy? He died a while ago.
That could be
Carlin. Yeah, I was like the dead white dude.
You had to know. Sorry. He closed. Black guy. He closed for Carlin. All right. Oh yeah. So he closed at his funeral.
Oh,
and he's up there and he's saying this is a privilege that his daughter asked me to do this, but he says I was in my car. I had people work hard for a bit, for an hour, and then they keep it. He's like, I kept it for a decade.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm listening to Carlin talk, and he's talking about workshopping, and I was just so sick of my bit. And he's like, I'm sitting there listening. He goes, well, I just
for 15 years, man.
And he just goes, well, I would just do a whole bunch of jokes and generate the content for the year. I'd shoot the special at the end of the year, and then I get rid of the jokes.
Start a new material,
and I'm sitting there, I was like, what? He's like, I've worked so hard for this 60 minutes. How am I going to do that? And he says, and then I tried it. And he says, the joke was, he goes, I'm up and I'm doing my bit again, and I'm just so sick of it because they're like these stale laughs. And he goes, he says this joke occurs to me, and he goes, I never got throwing your baby in the dumpster before. And then everybody in the crowd there gasped.
Yeah.
And he was like, I would rather have that shock than to have that stale laughter that I had with my old
over and over and over.
Yeah. And then he's been on that path ever since.
Like that stuff you hear on my birthday, I got to start all the way over. So I'm starting a new one called I'm a Stepdad. And that's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty. That one won't.
Yeah.
I got to clear that with HR too. Yeah, if you hear that one on open mic night, you'll be like, whoa, I go in.
You are a stepdad?
I am a stepdad.
Okay.
Yeah. And my stepdad was really a meth head. Like my stepdad was a meth head when it was called crank.
Okay.
It was the meth times 15. Yeah. So take crack, divide it up by 15, and add more crack. That's what crank was. Crank was horrible.
Right.
So I was raised by a meth head, basically. And I talk about how I'm a good stepdad to mine, and they're mean as hell to me. So
Right.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Yeah, it's just different language though.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, it was a joke. I can't remember the guy's name right now, but he says, my dad used to get really, really high, and he'd lock himself in the bathroom, and I had to go to the bathroom really bad. And I knock on the door. I was like, Dad, what are you doing? And he just turns. There's a long pause. He goes, I'm in the garage.
Oh, you shit.
That was it. Patrice O'Neal is another one.
Awesome, man.
And I would say he's probably filling that top spot, even though he's passed away.
You know what? People steal his jokes. That's what the most.
What was up with that? There was that one guy.
Yeah,
on
and then
YouTube.
he's talking about I'm paying homage. No, you stole it word for word. Now I'll tell you this, and I've been accused of it before. There's not a comedian, there's not a joke we can tell that hasn't been told before.
In
Yeah.
some
You just
capacity.
have to in some kind. Okay, everybody does an ass whooping joke. Everybody does relationship jokes. But talk about my ass whoopings. Talk about my marriage, and so because I've seen a lot of my jokes. I talked about my grandma a lot, like Ricky Smiley. I love Ricky Smiley. I met him, shook his hand. I was so excited. But I would never steal anybody's material. I love Ernest J. And the reason why I connected to Ernest J the most is because when I watched him, I said, "Damn, that's me!" Like I was energetic comedian doing all stuff, and I'd see him do jokes, and I do the same ones, not as good as him, not even close. I mean, the guy's amazing. But George Lopez did a joke about whoopings, and I laughed my ass off. I'll tell you one of the most different comedians out right now, and he's like a Louis C.K. is D.L. Hughley.
Yeah.
He stays. You have to be intelligent to listen to DL. He's not as hood as he used to be back in the day when he would just come out and talk about people. This dude's talking about politics, but he puts it on here.
That's been in the last, 4 or 5 years or
No,
something? That's
longer
been for a
than
while.
that. It's about 10 years probably. He switched it up, man. He went real professional.
Because I listened to one of his specials again.
His
I was
audience
like,
is different,
it's
though.
different. Yeah, it changed.
I think
and
he's
he
50.
was.
He's around 50.
Yeah.
And he just, even if you don't even know who a politician is, he'll say a name that you don't even know. He'll say a guy running for president. You don't know who he's talking about, but you'll laugh hard as hell.
Yeah.
Because he'll say you don't know who the hell this guy is, but he'll make fun of him and you'll laugh.
Right.
Talk about how dumb he is. But I forgot the black dude's name. Is a Republican running for president.
Ben Carson.
Oh, he's a dickhead.
Poor guy.
He kills Ben Carson.
guy.
Oh my God. DL's always up on game, man. He stays writing. And that's what I do. My phone right now, if you go on my notes, there's a little bit of porn in there, but I got some other. Don't go on my notes.
Can't show that.
Edit, cut. So anyway, but literally, those are all jokes. Everything, and that's what you're seeing is the topic, and then there's here. If I click
Pages
on that,
within it.
that's all jokes right there.
And that's all you.
As soon as I think
about.
about it, I put it in my phone. So I'll just read some. Did you watch Creed?
No, I haven't seen it
I
yet.
heard it was
I'll tell you
good.
that.
I heard it was good.
It was good, but if I tell you that joke, it would mess it up.
You're gonna
So
hate it.
I put on here, everyone goes to heaven, but there's a black and white heaven and a gay heaven. I have no idea, but I'll write a joke about it. You know what I mean? Like there has to be a black heaven.
Yeah.
Because it just be hood. You know what I mean? Music be playing. So like that's how if I think about it, I'll write it down. So what's it? Yeah,
You got
I
a
can't
K?
say
You
that
got a
out
K cousin, man?
Everybody got a gay cousin.
Oh, well, I guess.
Who doesn't have a
You
gay
have-
cousin?
You have a gay cousin?
You got a gay cousin.
Well, and I think you addressed the thing. There's the difference between like having a gay cousin that's out and a gay cousin that's gay
Yeah,
and doesn't
and
know
everybody
they're
knows
gay.
his ass
Yeah.
is gay.
Oh yeah, was
That's-
that your
yeah.
cousin?
No, won't come out the closet.
Yeah.
Get your ass. It ain't even a closet no more. It's a bedroom. Nothing wrong. I mean, I talk about gay people all the time. I think, to me, they say gay is not the new black. I don't care what the hell you say. And I got material for that. But honestly, I think that it's just a time where people just need to shut the hell up and stop worrying about what. As long as you ain't hurting nobody. I don't like murderers, drug dealers, and child molesters. That's the 3 people I'm worried about.
Right.
Because there's priests out there molesting kids and paying to get out of jail or, getting transferred. There's people murdering people, but they got a good lawyer. There's people selling drugs and they got it. But then, You know, if somebody's gay, they can't get married, they can't go to war.
Yeah.
Let their ass go to war. They not hurt nobody, you know. Let them get married. Let them get some of this marriage life. Shit, I want to see the first gay divorce. That's what I want to see.
That fight.
Yeah, I had nothing against gay people, man. Seriously, I think it's dumb too. I have a sister that lives a life as a man. I call her my brother. I respect that. I don't care. I do think, and this is biased as hell. Even my pastor said it. I think it's easier to handle a gay female than it is a gay male. Because men are supposed to be protected, supposed to be masculine. Yeah. So to see a feminine man or a man be with another man, people get upset. Yeah. You know, and I can understand that. Because a lot of men, masculine men, their son, you're like, no, you know what I mean? Your daughter is like, your daughter wants to be a guy. It's kind of cool, you know.
She was always great at baseball.
Yeah. They go shopping together, but like, you know, the mom always loves the gay son, but in all, man, I'm all about life, and as long as you're happy, and as long as you're not hurting nobody else, I think you should be cool with it. So I don't give a damn.
Before I met my wife, who is a woman, I lived.
You had to make that clear.
I lived with two dudes here in Broken Arrow, and we had kind of like a bachelor's pad. And one time I was downstairs, and I was MySpace was real big at that time.
Oh,
and that's actually how I met my wife. A lot of people don't know that, but I met her through MySpace.
Snap. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I would come home in the evenings, and I would grab some beer, and I would sit in front of the computer, and I would message Jessica and different things. Well, I happened to be cruising the browser history that night and ended up finding that somebody had been logging into a gay dating site.
One of your boys?
Yeah. So I was like, so I pulled my roommate aside.
Clear
and I was
browser history.
What I told him, I was like, I pulled my buddy aside and I was like, hey man, Ivan, who's lives in California now, and I was like, Ivan, man.
San Francisco.
Dude, somebody's no. And Ivan's like not traditionally, doesn't sound like a Hispanic name, but Ivan was full blown short Mexican guy, hysterical, really funny guy, and I said, man, bro, I just wanted to ask you and just see what's up, and I knew Ivan was banging so many chicks at that time. I was like, it's definitely not Ivan. I don't think it's Kevin. But it might be his brother. And I was like, so then, but I asked Ivan, I was like, man, I just want to let you know. And he looked at me, he looked at the browser, and he looked at me and he goes, bro, I know it's hard sometimes to, it's hard to tell somebody, so it's like, you don't have to pretend, man, that you found this,
Oh, you talking about you? Oh, you gotta flip it on you.
I was like, no, Ivan, it's not me. And he was like, are you gay, bro? I was like, I'm not gay, man. I was like, I've had
chicks. That's
like
the hardest thing to defend.
I've had chicks over here, man. And he was like,
watch this. Come here, girl. Come
here. He was like, yeah, man, but you don't ever fuck them, man.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, but it's not like that, man. It's not. And he was just like, hey, bro. And so for like a week straight, this dude's like straight up. I was like, dude, I don't think it's not me. I think it might be Kevin's brother. And he was like, nah, man, I don't think so. I think it's you.
Y'all finally got down to it?
We got down to it, yeah. We finally found out that it was Kevin's little brother. But Ivan, for 2 weeks straight, even after the dude knew it wasn't me, every time he saw me, he was like, gay, bro?
He just got off.
So that's kind of been our joke for a long time. He was like, that's been our joke, is that he always asks me if I'm gay.
When I graduated college, I didn't immediately move my family. I was getting my feet settled. And, I got a teaching job, and I moved my little brother with me, who had failed 8th grade so many times, they made him go to the 9th grade. So my dad called me like, look, can you take him in your wing? And I got him on the honor roll, all this stuff. But before he got on the honor roll,
he was 20, but...
Yeah, 20 in the 9th grade. He's like 15 going on 16. I mean, he was right at the, hey, you can't go to school no more. But anyway, he ended up being on honor roll, graduating, doing all that. But
that's awesome, man.
Funny story. I guess he didn't know much about the internet or bills or whatever. But I go to work, come back, and whatever. I coach sports. I come back and I get my bill. I'm like, yo, why is my cable bill $113? It's supposed to be like $48. So he's just looking. He's sitting there like.
That's crazy, man.
I called a lady. I'm like, yo, bro, what's up, man? What's going on with this? I ain't got no pay-per-view. I'm thinking he got some fights. I called a lady. She's professional as hell. I'm like, hey, ma'am, why the hell is my bill so high? Is it like some, how they have like charges? Like, did you give me like a double bill? She said, no, sir. Your bill is $39.99. I said, why is it so high? What's all the extra charges? Well, sir, you have some movies on here. I said, okay. I didn't get no movies. I mean, what kind of movies? Blondes sucking dicks, 38. I was like, what? Debbie does Dallas 32. Oh no! And my little brother's sitting right there, and he's just like, he looks like a little dog that knocked over water. He's just like, I was like, man, you order all them damn movies? Like, really? Like, why'd you order like 30 of them? So he's all sad, and I said, you gonna owe me that money? And he puts, he's all, you know, I was like, dude, you owe me for real. You got $80 worth of porn? Like, come on.
God.
And then he
It's
laughed.
a lot
'cause
of porn.
Well, I was mad at him, and I mean, he thought I was mad. I was mad because he was being stupid. I said, why you need all that? I got a box of porn right here.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a collection from college. I was like, boom.
You're like,
there you
here,
go.
save myself a bunch of money.
Dude, I had a safe like full of DVDs and bootleg tapes. Like,
I had a roommate got busted. We had a DirecTV, and we had one of those systems set up to where he worked for the company. This was when I was in Bible school too, so I had a buddy that would roll in on the weekends and would hang out with us and go to church with us and stuff like that. And it popped up, all those charges popped
I had a
up.
wrestling teammate get caught butt naked, just going in on himself.
Oh no!
I don't know if they
Yeah.
caught on the mic, but I mean, he was all, he was. I was like, you didn't lock the door, like,
Yeah.
We even had a chain in college, like, you could have had extra security.
I never understood what the embarrassment was though. Whenever you did catch a buddy, I mean,
It's embarrassing to
obviously.
get caught. Everybody knows.
Yeah, I know, but why?
Because they would just make fun of you. Yo, we got him.
know.
It's like digging in your nose. You know what I mean?
you're gonna
Everybody
do
ate a
it.
booger, but not in public. You know?
Right.
It was on
Not always on
funnyordie.com. It was one of the first videos that they uploaded as a comedian. And he goes, I walked in on my roommate masturbating the other day. He goes, no, hold on. I said that wrong. I walked in on my roommate while I was masturbating yesterday. And he opens the door. He's in there. He's just butt naked. He's like, hey, bro, can you hand me that sock over there? And he's like, no, I'm good. Never mind.
No, I like Kevin Hart's joke about how when his wife left.
Oh, yeah.
Where the laptop at? Where the laptop at? Oh, man. That was hilarious. Then she came up to me, hey, you ain't going to knock? I know you got a key, but yeah.
A man in my house.
I'm telling you, that's why I love Kevin Hart, because he's so real, like the stuff he says. And this last one, it was good. I went to see it. It was funny as hell. But the previous ones, he's getting to the point where he's running out of stuff to talk about, and he's doing it perfect. You have to follow his career to appreciate his last show. Because to me, I appreciate it just as much as I appreciate the other ones. But it's just he's getting to the point like it's like a rapper. What else can I talk about? I've told you about my beginning, middle, and end of my life. I think it's the What Now tour, and that's exactly perfect. What now? And I'm going to get to that point. I think it's when I'm 40. That's my deadline on comedy. Because I'm 36 now. I'm going to do another special when I'm 38, and I'm going to do a big one when I'm 40. And it's like, what else can I say? You know what I'm doing when I'm 60? Like, come on. I'm talking about being an old-ass man.
I do. I want to hear it.
No, George Carlin did his last one. He was in his 70s.
Yeah, but Carlin, he writes a new set every day.
Yeah.
Carlin's material was so political and so educated. Like, that dude's a beast. He's a different type of comedian.
Yeah, and he opened at Madison Square Gardens, and Lucy CK brought this up. He goes, he comes out there and the crowd's going crazy. Like, shh, I gotta tell you, Joe. Yeah, shut up. And he goes, you ever notice people at anti-abortion rallies are people you wouldn't want to fuck anyways? And he goes, he opened with that joke. Like, where do you go? And he's like, that's what he's kind of aspiring to do.
Yeah, that dude's amazing, man. And
Yeah.
if you watch him on YouTube, I mean, he got to the point where he used his voice to get his political thoughts.
Yeah.
But he was so damn honest, man.
Well,
the dude's.
that's one thing I love about comedy in general, but podcasts and everything, is that this actually is a platform that's, man, you get to say whatever you want.
You can say whatever you want.
And in comedy, you get to say whatever you want. And really, people are there because I think people crave honesty these days. I think that they don't get it in church. They don't get it in their neighborhoods and in their relationships day to day. It's hard for people to be honest with themselves.
I think it's too much bias in comedy. This is one thing I hate. I don't believe in people. They made the Lisa Schlesinger. Not Lisa. What's the girl name? Is really hot right now?
Liza
No,
Schlesinger?
the one that's really big now. She's doing all the movies. Not Liza.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, they
Amy
made her
Schumer?
apologize for a joke she did like 8 years ago. Like, come on.
yeah.
Now here's the problem. This is the problem I have with it. It was a gay joke. So what? No, it was a Mexican joke or something. Because I watched the last comic stand. I think it was with Wayans brothers, and they were so biased because Roseanne's gay. So what? Okay, and he's black. So a white girl goes in there and does a joke about, and this is like bad timing, about, she's like, I'm trying to date black guys, but they keep getting shot. Funny as hell. She's like, it was funny.
Sure.
And Roseanne gets mad and she goes, oh, well, that's wrong. It's racist. And then Wayans, I forgot which Wayans it is. He's like the oldest one. He's like, no, it's comedy. That's the beauty of comedy. It's dark, and you can make fun of it. I'm like, cool. So then the guy goes in there and calls his son a punk because he's gay, and they're like, that's crossing the line. So you can do a black guy getting shot joke, but you can't. Right. And Roseanne's like, yeah, I'm kind of sensitive to that. And I'm like, that's too biased, man. Yeah. But you can do a joke about a black guy getting shot. Right. I could talk about a gay punk sissy. It's a joke. That's a part of the joke. Yeah. Well, I think as long as you're not offensive, too offensive, then you're good.
Well, that's with anything. Well, that's what Patrice O'Neal did a bit. He went on the news. Good. He was so good because somebody talked about it was a rape joke. Yeah, and this chick was offended, and he goes, and this chick's offended, and he goes, listen, he goes, I'm the only comedian here. He goes, and that's what we do. It's my job to take something that's not funny and make it funny. And he goes, there's nobody else is here. He's like, I can't tell you if it's funny or not.
I've done jokes with cancer, rape, molestation. I've done jokes with everything. It's how you say it for one, but it's comedy. You know, there's nobody safe, nothing safe. Death. My brother died. I talk about that, you know. And here's what I tell people in the audience. I had one person, I forgot who it was. I've never in my life offended anybody ever. I mean, I probably have, they didn't tell me. Somebody came up to me after the show and said something about, oh, you know what? This is so stupid. I was hosting a step show and there was a team that performed. Mm-hmm. And there were two gay guys really feminine guys in the front. And one guy had no idea what was going on. He was horrible. I mean, he was so bad he was watching the other guy trying to do the moves. So when they got off the stage, I went on the stage and just mimicked him. And the audience was in the you remember Def Comedy Jam when people would be running and high five each other? They was doing that. Like, I was like, I know y'all saw that dude messing up. And everybody just started dying because nobody said it. Everybody was like,
wanted to touch it.
So the guy comes up to me after the show and was like, you gay bashing, da 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 da. I didn't even say anything about him being gay. And even my mannerism wasn't real feminine. It was just I was acting like him. Yeah,
it wasn't. And if you were being effeminate, it's because he was.
Well, and it wasn't. We saw the video that they recorded it, and I wasn't exaggerating the fact that he was feminine. It was just the fact that he was messing up, and I was like doing what he was doing. And the only part he did good was when the guy kind of twerked a little bit. And I mean, people were dying laughing. So they pulled me off to the side and they're like, you need to apologize. You gay bashing. I said, I'm not gay bashing. I said, first of all, I didn't say anything about him being gay or feminine. I just said he sucked.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's straight.
And I stand by that.
He sucked. I don't care who sleep with at night. Yeah. And it's like, they said, well, you always apologize. I ain't apologizing to nobody because I didn't do nothing wrong. Mm-hmm. It just because of the fact. Okay, if the kid was Mexican, am I Mexican bashing? If he's black, am I black bashing? No, it doesn't matter what he is. He sucked. Yeah. Period.
Well, I think that's something that's a road you probably don't want to go down. If you start apologizing for your jokes,
no, I'm not.
Like it just defeats the purpose. End? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's it. I'll never stop. I told him, I said, I've been doing this for 16 years, and I've offended people at times, but at the same time, and this is my whole point. I got lost. The only people you offend is the people it relates to. They take it how you want. Don't go to a comedy show and laugh at a rape joke and get mad at an abortion joke because you had abortion. Yeah. That's not fair. It's a double-edged sword. You can't do it. Yeah. Or you laughing at the black jokes, but you don't like the Mexican jokes.
Right.
That's how it is. That's comedy. Don't go to a comedy club expecting any kind of fare. Now, there are comedians who suck and don't know what they're doing. They have no delivery. I can't go up there and be like, and just talk about Mexicans the whole time. I could, but it has to be really creative.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you can't go up there and be super racist or super gay bashing or super. You can't. Nobody's gonna because there's very few people in the audience that can relate to that.
Sure.
You can't go up there and just talk about gay people because then people are gonna get uncomfortable.
Yeah. Right.
If you go up there and just talk about black people, they're gonna get uncomfortable. So you have to appeal to everyone in the audience.
It's kind of that crossing over thing that you're talking about.
Well, just instead of crossing over, appeal to everyone. You have to. Now, if you're in an all black audience. In the hood, you can make fun of white people all night. They're going to laugh.
Right.
You can't go to an all-white comedy club and make fun of white people. They're going to be like, okay, it's a fifth joke, you know?
Yeah.
You got to cater to the audience. White. Cater to your audience, man.
Now, I feel like that over the past few minutes, kind of what we've been discussing is kind of the art of comedy and things that people get offended about and kind of the way that you have to structure things. I think that's kind of a good place to go into the business of comedy because one of the things that we do on LocalALists is that we kind of try to help people who are looking to get into a business or trying to start entrepreneurial start a business, different things like that. You are for the most part, self-employed in the
that show he went to. I did it all myself.
Okay,
I booked the venue, everything.
Yeah.
Somebody out there who's listening who really downloaded this podcast because they're interested to know how you got started, how you've gotten to where you are. If you had advice for them, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, trial and error. I mean, I've been putting on shows since I was 16. Really putting on shows since I was about 22, 23, 21, 22. And I've just been stolen from so many times. I've had people not show up. I've promoted and sold out. I've promoted and bombed. I've done it all. You just can't be afraid of failure, you know.
Right.
That show he went to, it was over 500 people in there. But and people come to my shows and go, I want to put on a show. It's not that easy.
Right.
I mean, I'm texting people. I'm calling people. I'm chasing people down the street, handing them flyers. I'm on Facebook. I'm constantly. They're like, what? They think it's not my name because I'm on shows. I can do a show right now. Gerald Harris presents Gerald Harris at whatever comedy club, and just people are not just going to show up.
Right.
They're showing up because I'm networking. You know, and that's what I'll tell guys. If you want to do this, definitely network, learn the business. And
I mean, that's how I ended up at your show, is because you networked with somebody that got to
you
me.
have to, and everybody knows somebody, you know, and that's what you got to do. You know, you have to network, and it's hard, man. Putting on a show, I don't suggest anybody do what I'm doing. Is I promote and perform. So my show, I did everything
with that.
Yes.
So you're not paying a manager or a promoter?
No.
Okay.
I do it all myself.
Okay.
I booked the venue,
and that's
I did the
really
radio
unheard
spots.
of. That's really unheard of.
I booked the venue, did the radio spots, booked the talent, everything.
Wow.
Booked the alcohol, booked the food.
That's a lot, dude.
Structured the entire show, hired the camera crew, hired the DJ.
Was it worth it?
He was there. It was a great night.
Well, I mean, on the back end, now that you've gone through
I'm going to eventually just host and put on. Hosting is fun.
Okay.
Doing what I did that night was damn near impossible. That's like Kevin Hart showing up and booking Kane's Ballroom and making sure it's set up nice, and then hiring he ain't got to do all that. He just show up, boom, he's done.
Yeah,
right.
And that's what I like. That's what that night I did everything before. I mean, I did all the work, but when I got there, if you saw a guy in all black, my boy Eric Duggar, shout out to Eric Duggar, great guy.
Yeah.
He's a military veteran.
Man, I know that name from somewhere.
He's a wrestling coach too and a referee.
Okay.
He put me in a headlock and was like, "Get your ass in the back and get focused on your jokes." So every time I went out and was like, "Hey, how's this?" He was like, "Nope, let's go." He grabbed my arm and dragged me because I get caught up in.
Yeah.
He said, "Ain't nothing more important than your jokes right now." And I was in the back by myself, just sitting there thinking, like, "Damn, I've never done this before."
Yeah. How many non-paying shows would you say you did before you got your first paying?
I only didn't get paid once, and the guy disappeared after the show. And that was the last time I got booked. So now when I show up, I get paid when I get there. So.
Okay. So and I'm kind of talking about your open mics and everything. How many?
I open mics, you don't get paid. It's
right.
fun.
Yeah.
So
I book myself basically. I have a manager. My boy Jason Nicholson, he was my fight manager. He'll take calls if they're big. You know, if it's small shows like something local, you know, a couple $100 here, I can do that myself. But if somebody calls me and says they need me on TV, I can't negotiate for myself. That sucks. I'm not Mayweather. And they'll lowball the hell out of you. You know what I mean? First offer, yeah, you know?
Absolutely.
$20, yeah.
And I get to buy my own plane ticket. You guys are.
If you watch Kevin Hart's documentary, he's like, he got an offer from like some show, and they were like $125,000.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like, yeah, I'm in. And his manager was like, "Oh, that's shit offer. That's shit offer." He's about to fire his manager, and he's getting way more.
Way more.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing, man. If you have a good manager, back to the advice: find someone that can manage your career. Don't do what I'm doing. What I'm doing is fine. It'll get you so far, but I'm eventually going to have to sign with somebody because I just need to just focus on comedy.
Yeah.
So,
is it?
And that's what I'm going to do when I go to Cali. I'm going to
Yeah.
network and get with somebody.
Is it?
You gonna go to the Comedy Store?
No, you know, Adam Hunter's dad got him on Real Husbands of Hollywood. Stuff like that. Just being on there is good, you know.
Yeah.
All my television credits are for fighting, so sounds good, but has nothing to do with comedy.
Have you thought about reaching out to people like Eddie Bravo or not Eddie Bravo?
I've spoken to
Brendan
Rogan
Schaub.
They're all cool, but everybody's looking out for themselves.
Sure.
They're not looking out for me.
Just if I was just thinking
They'll support me, but they're not
fighters
going to
and-
help me blow up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to blow up themselves. So
Sure.
nah, I'll talk to them, network with them. Hey, maybe I'll get on the podcast. I never got on Joe Rogan's podcast, but Oh, sorry.
No, you're all right. It's getting late.
Yeah, I know. I just drove in from Houston.
I was just thinking.
I literally drove in from Houston, dropped my kids off at 7:50, and head over. You guys are 6 minutes from my house, so
Oh, wow. Great.
yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
not far away. So
Perfect.
Does it get annoying if people come up to you? I know you mentioned it with the fighting, but come up and like, dude, I wanna do comedy.
No,
I got
I
these
don't
jokes.
mind,
I got
no.
this. Da, da, da.
I hate when people tell me jokes or ask
Yeah.
me to tell jokes.
Ask you to tell jokes.
If you're listening or you download this, I'm gonna slap the shit on the play. Don't ask me. I hate it when I'm passing out flyers. This is you. That's me. Oh, do a joke right now.
Right now.
And my first response is, "Where do you work at?" Oh man, I work over there at in the med center. I say, "I will write me a damn prescription." You know what I'm saying? How you feel? Oh, I get it. I got it. Yeah, man.
I
you
need
don't
some
feel like
allergy
it.
medication.
You want to talk about medication right now? No, you don't, do you? You want to talk about no damn antibiotics? Shit, I'm off work. I'm off the clock.
Yeah.
That's always my best response, and they get it. You know, if it's funny or not. You know.
Yeah.
And one chick was unemployed. I was like, well, you sure the fuck ain't gonna get it. But you have no job. Google it.
All right,
But-
so we're gonna start wrapping everything up, and usually when we do that, we start doing some rapid fire questions. Okay?
All right,
They're
cool.
just quick
I'm
succession.
gonna start rapid fire. I'm on the couch. She said, "Why is it taking so long?" I said, "It's a podcast. I'm going to bed." Sad face. No coochie for me tonight. That's all right. I'll go to the website.
We're gonna make these real quick.
Where the laptop at?
Where the laptop at? Oh, you ain't gonna knock? You ain't gonna knock. All right, back to that.
All right. So, how do you define success for you?
Man, you know what? I mean, money is always good, but I've had a lot of money. I won't say how much. And it's hard, man. And I didn't have that P. Diddy money or MC Hammer money. Family just blowing you up. People just change,
Yeah.
man. I had one cousin tell me I'm acting different. And I got mad. I said, look, I'm not acting different. You're treating me different. I haven't did anything. Just because I'm on TV, I got to start calling you now.
Yeah.
Success to me, and this is I tell everybody, all my students, it's not about going to college. It's not about getting a job that you need to pay the bills. Is if you love what you're doing, that's success to me. If you work at McDonald's, my mama worked at Burger King, and she loved it back in the day. She's got a great job now. She's making a whole bunch of money. She works for a cancer treatment center. But
Oh, really? My wife works there.
my mom's she's housekeeping manager, which is super important at a cancer treatment
Yeah,
center.
it is.
She's in Arizona now. But she's always taught me to do what you love. And I love comedy, I love teaching. And fighting, I love making money. So if you can find a job that you enjoy, that's success. So if you work at Burger King, like my son, he loves video games. I said, if you want to work at Burger King and play video games the rest of your life and you're happy,
Boom. That's
good.
success.
You don't have to go to college,
Yeah.
wrestle. No. So that's success.
All right. So, favorite book.
Man, I don't read no damn books. That's messed up from a black man, ain't it? You know what? I'm like severe ADHD. This is so funny. My friends laugh at me. I can't read a book without daydreaming. I cannot read.
Yeah, I
I'll
can't
read
either,
3
hardly.
sentences and it turns into a movie.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, dude, I'm on the same page. Like, I have trouble reading. I can read.
It could be a kid's book, by the way,
gotta
because
be
our
quick.
first guest, Brad Johnson, the retired strongman, his was a Dr. Seuss book.
Yo, I get to the next page on Dr. Seuss. That's about it.
Right.
But I've never been into books ever. I love magazines. I love articles on the internet. It has to be quick for me.
It has to be quick.
Yeah. You know what? This is horrible. The only book I ever read was Superhead's book. What was that book? And I'm a history teacher. Is that terrible? What? It was Confessions of Videos. I read that book from front to back. I was all disappointed. So I saw 50 Shades of Grey too. I was like, boo.
Boo.
I didn't learn nothing, man.
Right?
Part 2 coming out. That was
Bleep
horrible.
out all the good stuff.
Yeah, they did something.
Favorite UFC moment.
The slam, man. Gotta be the slam.
Gotta be the
yeah,
slam.
definitely. Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you YouTube Gerald Hurricane Harris, it's in the top 10 clips.
Slam, that was the best night of my life, man. My mom was there. My dad was there. I don't drink, but I drank that night for sure. And we were in the hotel room and we was all partying. Woo! I got the video. I got to find it. And I was like, yeah, And I look over and I'm on ESPN, literally right there on the spot.
Yeah.
This is a slam, but boom, and everybody was like, oh! It was like, Dave Chappelle's little exaggeration.
Yeah.
Everybody in the room was like, oh, you're on ESPN. I recorded on my phone. Like, it was crazy. That's
awesome.
That was one of the best parts of my life.
Dave Chappelle live at the Fillmore, by the way, is my all-time favorite
Dave Chappelle,
1
man.
hour.
He's one of my favorite. I love Chris Rock too. Chris Rock's amazing. But Dave Chappelle's the type of guy that could literally sit here right now and for 4 hours and just have you crying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Chris Rock's more of a planner.
Yeah.
But Dave Chappelle just
he showed up to a spot late one time and
Yeah,
he
he
did
does it all the
4
time.
hours set. He sat there for 4 hours.
It's in Ohio. That's his comedy club he started at.
That's insane.
And what happens is
There's
he
your
tells
hook.
them they have to put their phones up. Anybody takes their phones out, he leaves.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. No pictures, no recording. He's like, if I catch anybody, because if you're that person caught with that phone, you better get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Because if he looks and you're doing this, he's done.
Yeah.
Cell phones are kind of ruining comedy now. We can't work our material.
Yeah, you
'Cause
can't build it for the special.
I take a set and I'll use it for a year, and then boom, I do a special.
Right.
And
but if
then-
people are recording it while
and
it's
they
in
put it on
transition,
YouTube. Yep.
and you're
I
like,
reported some of Kevin Hart. Some people I reported them. I even Twittered Kevin Hart if somebody saw it and said, "Hey, get this off YouTube now." Somebody was in his show and recording it.
yeah.
So
No, that's people need to understand that these comics they're artists. They're working on
Don't record it, man.
on their
I mean,
craft.
yeah, they're trying to make
They'll
money.
release the special whenever they've got it exactly the way they want it.
And when I go to open mic, I say, "Hey guys, don't record this," and I do it jokingly, and they go, "No, really, don't record it," because he's a teacher, and I say things I can't say. I was like, "Please," one lady recorded me and put it on Facebook, and I inboxed and said, "Please take that down. I'm a teacher. I don't want to get in trouble." That's a professional, and they respect that. I say, "Hey guys, like no joke, like." If you recorded me, I'll say, "Hey, don't put that on Facebook." And they're like, "Okay," they respect it.
Yeah.
So,
And I'm going to finish with this one, which is favorite joke or bit, not yours.
oh man, oh not mine.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what was the funniest joke I heard? You know what? My favorite joke is so cliche. We talking about Kevin Hart. Is when he said, "Hey, Miss Jenkins, hey Kevin, did you give your mama the note?"
Oh, dude,
Yes,
that is like
I
one of the
did.
funniest bits.
My mama
Oh,
told me to tell you to mind your motherfucker. I love that. That joke. When
2
he
plus 2, not knowing what it is.
that when he told that, yeah,
didn't know
cross-eyed
nipple
crying
had-
down your back, fat foot ass bitch. That joke.
No nipple.
Oh, that joke right
God.
there. I
That
I had a
killed.
headache. I couldn't
killed.
breathe.
Yeah.
When you I told him to stop. I saw that live at Cane's and I said stop. And I knew. I said, I want to make somebody laugh like that.
Yeah.
I was telling him, I was like, stop, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Like he could hear me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
killing me with that joke. And he did another one that's not as funny, but when he talking about how short he is and the guy's dick was on his head. He said,
At the gym.
I'm gonna rip it off. That was, but you know what? One of my favorite, other than Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, who I love all his jokes. I love the Italian Rocky joke. That was a good one. Chris Rock, when he talked about men, how men do stuff for women, and it was like, he's like, ladies don't think that guys are being nice because in the back of their mind they just want one thing. So he was like, "You need some help with that? Can I get the pussy?" Excuse me, man, you need a ride? You want to fuck? So I love Chris Rock for sure. I've never had a favorite joke, but that Kevin Hart one, I can watch that 50 times and I laugh like I never heard it before.
Chris Rock is such a cartoon too. Like that guy is a character, but it's not made up. Like I see so many white comics that are fully in character. You can tell that this is a role that they're playing.
Yeah.
Hey,
And that's annoying.
My wife's having a heart attack.
Oh, you better
No, we'll take it.
better wrap it up.
All right. I'm trying to take a selfie.
Okay.
Can I get everybody in there?
Yeah. Go
Maybe-
around the room. You can send her a video.
I'll do a video.
Yeah, let her know.
do it
Just so everyone knows that's listening to the podcast.
Hey, podcast.
We're-
This is married life.
We're actually
Look.
making sure that the
Hey,
wife
show
knows.
the clock. You got a clock?
that we're, okay.
Got a newspaper?
It's
I'll
9:41.
be home soon, okay? I promise. Yeah. I'm still tough, though. You know what I'm saying? I look like I'm about to freestyle.
He was pointing at his dick while he was saying, "I'm still tough." So
me see if I
I
can
don't
show
know
you.
exactly what that means.
Well, I think with that,
Yeah,
we're going to
we gotta
wrap it up.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. She's cool.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to check out Gerald Hurricane Harris, go to his website one more time.
HurricaneComedy.com.
Hurricane.
If you can't spell hurricane, go back to school.
Yes, and
look it
also
up.
just Google that. You can just Google Hurricane.
Yeah.
And it normally,
Google Hurricane Slam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
we're going to
yeah.
have all this stuff in the show notes also.
Absolutely.
So-
That dude's a badass now. He's a champion. 205 and 185 for World
one that
Series of
you
Fighting.
slammed?
David Branch. He was a badass back then.
crazy.
I caught him early though. I got him early in his career. He's 6-0. He was a black belt in jiu-jitsu and a professional boxer. I was like, yep, I'm probably going to lose this fight.
Do you ever just randomly Facebook him a clip?
No, man, that's messed up.
Bring him down a notch.
Me now. I beat him up. I beat him up early in his career.
Make sure he's far away from Tulsa whenever he does
that. Dude's a champ at 2 different weight classes.
That's crazy.
So,
crazy.
Gerald's local. He you can see him on YouTube. You can check out his website, and he will be releasing a special next year.
After school's out.
If you guys want to, if he's doing anything locally or anything, he'll put those dates up on Facebook.
I got one. I'm doing a show called Chocolate City Comedy Show. It's like Def Comedy Jam, In Living Color, all those crazy shows, Saturday Night Live, all put in one. Me and my boy, shout out to Valleyville, Big Belly and all, and my little brother, Mr. Larry Tibbs. We do this comedy show. It's so fun. It's crazy. This is our 5th year doing it. I had to take some time off because I had to do, I was fighting and stuff.
Right.
But we do it. It's 4 times a year, and the next one is Martin Luther King weekend. So if you don't remember the date, remember MLK Sunday, and we're dedicating that one to a breast cancer survivor.
Okay.
So we raised $4,000 for her, when she made more money than us.
Right.
When she had her initial surgery, when she had a lot of stuff removed, and she thanked us so much because her living expenses after surgery, she can't work. I mean, this woman had her basically body just torn apart, and she's just in the bed. I mean, tubes in her body. So we raised enough money for her living. So we're doing it again. That was a year and a half ago, and actually the night I got engaged that night. So that was September 2000. What is this? 15? 14. 2000, September 2014. We had the fundraiser. Now this same young lady is going back in for more surgery, but on a good note.
Okay. Good.
She's getting everything
put back in place,
healed, and just to make sure the cancer's gone, and she's going to be out of work for a little bit. So we're going to do it again in January. So MLK weekend, Greenwood Cultural Center. Don't forget, if you can support, if you want to sponsor, we've got $500 raised. We're trying to raise $2,500. And other than that, it's all good.
And that's where the Jazz Music Hall of Fame used to be, or
no? It's off. It's right by OSU Tulsa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right next to it.
So that's next to Driller Stadium.
Yeah.
And everything.
Anybody can donate. I got people that I know. Title Boxing helps out a lot. Anybody. I mean, people just.
Where can people purchase the tickets?
Go to my website. I put everything on there because if the flyer will be on there, click on it. It's already on TicketStorm.
Very cool.
And definitely, man, just come into the show. Supports.
I'm definitely going to check that out.
We'll be there.
He already knows.
I'll be there. Yeah.
And we're going to be wearing our shirts. So.
Yeah.
Looking for a picture that night.
Yeah, have a good, man. I promise, man. Have fun. You'll have fun. So.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up right there and check back with us later on in the week to hear the podcast about Styrka.
I'm about to go sleep on this couch.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you for listening to this episode of Local A-Lists.
And as always, we want to thank our guests for stopping by and sharing their time with us. Hey guys, if you enjoyed what you heard, please go to iTunes and leave us a rating or a review. This really helps us out. And as always, we are looking for sponsors, preferably locally, but we will accept national sponsors as well. Contact us through LocalALists.com. And you can check us out at facebook.com/LocalALists. My personal website is jamespesh.com.
And mine is StephenMoralesCPT.com. Check back with us next week for another episode.